I received a bit of an information that is now public. Okay, it wasn't like anything big deal, but it was a big deal when I started sort of breaking it down. Yesterday, they made an announcement that the NNPC or NNPCL, they have struck a deal with Dangote. Initially, they said that Dangote should probably go and find buyers for his products. When Dangote said the deal that he signed with Bukwari's government and Emefiole, even with the NNPCL, right, was that they will be buying 97% of his products. Yeah, they will be lifting that, and he won't have to go and look for buyer for his products, whether it's diesel, petroleum, or Jet One aviation fuel. But things started going kind of like a haywire or going south when the Tinubu's illegitimate government decided to switch their importation of a petroleum product from Malta. And with all the scandal surrounding the Malta refinery and Malta importation, which actually pointed to one direction, Tinubu's business interest in Malta, Tinubu is paying himself subsidy. Before him, Bukwari and his gang, including Melek Yari in NNPC or NNPCL, they were making a kill on a fuel subsidy. So it now became obvious. In fact, there are people who believe that Port Harcourt Refinery could actually be working. Maybe not at full capacity. Warri Refinery could be working. Maybe not at full capacity. But because of a scheme, the corruption that the Nigerian oil sector has been known for, they made everybody believe that Nigeria is importing 100% of their local consumption, which actually skyrocketed the amount of money they are paying for subsidy. So this, you and I will have no means of possibly debunking that, since the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy. But things are beginning to kind of come around now. These guys who are paying themselves a subsidy, before Tinubu, Nigeria was paying subsidy of over 400 billion naira every month. And the Nigerians were paying, through their noses, 167 naira per liter of petroleum. So when Tinubu came in, he said subsidy was gone. And boom, the price of petroleum jumped from 167 naira, 187 naira to 610 naira. So they maintained that by continuing to pay subsidy that they told you was gone. So Nigeria started paying over 900 billion naira every month for subsidy, to the point that Nigeria started spending nearly 7 trillion naira on subsidy a year. Well, the Nigerian Forex, the Forex as well as the Nigerian Naira crashed, became a tissue paper, all because Nigeria had to pay subsidy on importation of fuel. Then a lot of people were asking, if Nigeria is to be saved, Dangote Refinery could probably be the rescue towards Nigeria's collapse. They told us so many stories about the Dangote refineries. They gave us so many dates of resumption of Dangote Refinery. In all of this, it became obvious that the whole thing was actually to prepare Dangote and his pals for a total windfall of lifetime, a state-sponsored terrorism against the people of Nigeria, economic terrorism. Anyway, fast forward to when Dangote now announced that part of his own refinery have started working, but there is a problem. Nigeria won't fulfill the agreement to supply him crude oil. What the heck? Anyway, there was a time that Bukwari's government gave up, about a 1.6 billion, 1.6 million barrel of crude oil to Dangote. Then they said, Nigeria actually have no crude oil anymore. Dangote would have to import the crude oil. Before Dangote, Nigeria was exporting crude oil, importing finished products. Then Dangote came. Dangote started importing crude oil, exporting finished products, according to them. In all of this, round it up to yesterday, which then was like, okay. Dangote Refinery can be patronized now, but there are some problems. Dangote should go and look for buyers. And if he can't, because the Nigerian NNPC can't, number one, can't supply him crude oil again, and they can't buy his products. Then they changed it again. Oh, okay, we will supply you the crude oil, and we will buy the product. This is the deal. We will give you crude oil in Naira. You will sell the petroleum products and the product from it to us in Naira as well. Around that time, the scarcity that Nigerians were facing was like, no be here. It's lasted now for months. No one could give an answer why there is this scarcity and expensive fuel in Nigeria. It has gotten to a stage whereby Nigerians were even saying they don't care how much is the petrol anymore. Just make it available. It worked. Artificial scarcity. So yesterday, one of them made an announcement and said, okay. We'll buy the product now. Okay. And from tomorrow, today, Nigeria NNPCL will begin to lift petroleum product from Dangote. That was supposed to be good news. I did a program on this last night, trying to kind of understand the numbers and where this is headed until this morning, when I was told that Dangote Refinery will be selling the liter of petroleum from its refinery at the rate of 900 naira per liter. It was actually 890 something naira per liter. So I was so curious. I said, those who were importing fuel into Nigeria, the reason why they told you can never buy cheap fuel in Nigeria again was because it's been imported. The marketers, the oil marketers had to borrow money to go and import petroleum products, diesel, and every of these products into Nigeria. And the only way they can keep the price low is if Nigeria is willing to pay subsidy, because the landing cost for bringing the finished product to Nigeria was put at 1,200 naira per liter. So if they are selling a liter of petroleum in Nigeria for 850 naira, 900 naira per liter, in some places that are, those are the cheap ones, or cheap prices. So that means somebody is paying subsidy then, because if landing cost is 1,200 naira, but there are filling stations selling it, that means they are subsidizing even though they are denying it. It didn't make any sense. Okay, so if Dangote is going to get crude oil from Nigeria, that means the issue of a landing cost is totally out of it. The issue of forex, the dollars to go and bring the product to Nigeria, is also out of it. That means the pressure on your dollar naira is going to die a natural death. We were wrong. The whole thing was a scheme and a scam. So the rumor then was that, it wasn't a rumor, by the way, it was actually facts. And I shared that on Mayegun's Diary Politico this morning. I said, this is what I heard. And it's not making any sense to me. If Dangote says his own finished products from his refinery would cost 898 naira per liter, and it's going to be sold to the NNPCL. NNPCL is going to now sell it to the oil marketers in Nigeria. I mean, it's oil business, Abi. So they said NNPCL will buy it at the rate of 898 naira, and NNPCL will sell it to marketers at 880 naira. That is subsidized rate of 8 naira. 898. 880. 18 naira difference. So NNPCL will subsidize it for oil marketers, right, at the price of 818 naira per liter. What the heck? How can that be? There is no importation, there is no dollar involved. Why is it so high? Why can't you sell? Why is it so hard to sell a locally refined petroleum product at the rate of maybe 200 naira per liter? Well, they started the story. The story of it is the international oil, international yen, that determines how much a liter of petroleum will go for. I say it doesn't make any sense. NNPCL have allocation from the IOCs, the international oil companies in Nigeria, the people that are actually like extracting your crude oil. They said they have an agreement to give the NNPCL in Nigeria about 250,000 barrels of crude oil every day. This was the deal. This allocation was supposed to go into the refineries in Nigeria, if your refineries were working, so that they can refine it and ensure that the product is readily available at a cheaper rate in Nigeria. The reason is this: the price of petroleum in Nigeria affects everything. If it goes up, the cost of living will go up. Price of food, price of goods and services, everything will go up. So if the people are suffering this much, and the crude oil are their own, how about you use your allocation to, give it to somebody who is going to refine it and crash the price and watch the high cost of living drop drastically? You don't have to pay subsidy, okay? Just take the crude oil from your backyard, give it to your refineries, and if you don't have any, give it to Dangote. Make a deal that you can have some, while the rest actually goes, for the general use of everyone. But they said, no, you don't know what you are talking about. That's not how it works. And that's exactly how graduates, scammers, scammed you. So it didn't make any sense to me. I said, if Dangote is going to be selling for 898 naira, how much is NNPCL will sell it to the marketers? How much do you think the marketers will sell it to you? Since the imported fuel is already costing about 900 naira, 1,000 naira, 1,300 naira in Nigeria. Now you are not importing. So who is going to be collecting this money? Okay, I appreciate everybody that participated in that chat. Nobody was even abusing anybody this morning. People were just curious, asking questions, explaining few things they know, and boom, it came to pass. Dangote Refinery is selling a liter of petroleum for 898 naira. It's not imported though. So NNPCL will sell it for how much? We don't know. The marketers will sell it for how much? We have no clue. But one thing we are sure of is that the price of petroleum in Nigeria is never coming down. When they said they removed subsidy and all these scams, artificial scarcity was created, you are paying through your noses. So what then is the purpose of a Dangote refinery that they have been talking about since? What exactly is the benefit of you, NNPCL, supplying him crude oil? It was all scam. It was all planned for a day like this. Availability, not affordability. So they said they have to factor in the oil marketers' greed, which they have been enjoying through the fake subsidy that they have been using to destroy Nigeria economy, destroy Nigeria naira, destroy everything that they have destroyed so far. Reprieve is not coming your way. So they announced this afternoon, that's NNPCL, that they didn't tell us how much they are giving it to the oil marketers yet. But the thing is this: the price of petroleum products in Nigeria is not going to come down. Rather, it is going to actually go more, it's going to go up and up and up and up. There is no peace coming your way. The hardship is not going away. So now they are kind of telling people that the good thing is that Nigeria foreign reserve is going to grow now. How is that going to help you if the cost of petroleum that has cost you a lot right now is not coming down? So what exactly is then the good news about Dangote refineries? Remember that Dangote Refinery is a private business, but the politicians make it look like it is going to be your Hail Mary. Abi, is that what it's called? Hail Mary. Something that's going to come and change your lives economically. And a lot of you have been praying for the operation or full operation of Dangote Refinery. So this morning, around 11 a.m., the trucks parked outside the refinery, they moved in to start loading. And this.
Excuse me.
2 years ago, we were trying to see how to solve the problem of PMS supply and abuse. Now, after 2 years, we have a solution. And the solution is local production of PMS, and it is from a Nigerian-owned company. And as an EPC contractor, it was constructed by a Nigerian company. So it's a matter of great pride that a Nigerian-owned company, constructed by a Nigerian-owned company, is able to generate PMS from the local and deliver not only to meet the entire requirements of Nigeria, but we can also have surplus to export. So it's a time and a moment of great pride for every Nigerian.
So, sir, talk more about the capacity. People are interested in how many liters can the refinery discharge in a day.
Well, if you look at the refinery as a whole, for PMS alone, every day with 650,000 barrels of crude, if we are processing, we can generate more than 54 million liters of PMS. 54. And of course, the refinery has a capacity to produce various other products. 44% of the production can meet the entire requirements of the country. 56% of the production has to be exported. So it's a refinery. So it's not only going to be doing import substitution, but it is also going to make forex generation through export revenue. So we are going to save forex through two ways. One is import substitution. Instead of spending money, we import the petrol products, whether it's diesel or jet or PMS, we can get locally produced product, and the exported product will also bring you forex.
So how many minutes does it take to load one?
So, according to that head of operation, Dangote refineries currently have the capacity to refine just 50,000 barrels a day. Sorry, 50,000 barrels of crude oil a day. The capacity of the refinery, when completed, is said to be 650,000 barrels. So all the calculation we're doing yesterday about half of that is not tenable. But here it says something. Nigeria will give Dangote crude oil. That's what they said. And Dangote in return, after refining it, it will give the product to the NNPCL. But they love to quickly drop that. That means that they will be able to produce or refine 54 million liters. But they are also eyeing the West African market. Their intention is not to really sell the product to Nigerians, but maybe a little bit of it. Their intention is to sell it to the neighboring Africans so that they can earn forex. They love to drop that in the conversation. As if to say you, Mukaila or Lokada, you have any you have any gain from them selling or making a dollar proceed from selling petroleum to them in Togo or in Ghana or elsewhere in West Africa, when you are still paying through your nose to fill the tank of your Okada, or you, Taju Foga, who need petrol or whatever, or petrol, to power your vulcanizer pumping machine, and you have to pay through your nose to be able to afford the 5 liters. But they will drop it in it and say, it's going to earn us forex. It's going to get forex. The idea was for you to be able to buy affordable fuel. The crude oil producer, that the citizens are not benefiting from it. You know what that means, right? It simply means that this Dangote Refinery was not set up because of you. It was practically set up for themselves. And you are you are part of those they intend to what? To actually kill economically. But trust the politicians. It was a day, a big day. Let us go to Dangote Refinery, a big achievement. The petroleum product from there will be sold to you at the rate of 1,100, 1,200, and it's bound to go up too. How much do you think they will sell it to you? But while you don't, led other delegates to the Dangote Refinery to be part of the first day of the refinery being of them loading the oil tankers. And you as a Nigerian, forget about the hardship, forget about the price. You need to be happy that finally, you will be buying the same liter of petroleum that is produced in Nigeria for more than what it costs, or for more than what you are paying for the imported fuel. A consolation. Wale Idun, ladies and gentlemen.
Supply of petroleum products, in this particular case PMS, petrol, to the Nigerian market for sale in Naira. As I'll explain, in many ways, it is the resumption of Nigeria's march to industrialization. It is a return to something that we had before. Local refinery, local supply of petroleum products in the Nigerian market. It has been decades since we have been able to achieve this, and we have it today. And I must first of all give commendation to Allah and who what we are doing today with the supply of PMS to the Nigerian market is implementing the vision of the Federal Executive Council, the order of the Federal Executive Council led by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that NNPC should supply crude to domestic refiners who they in turn to provide products, petrol, to the Nigerian market as well as other products. Today, we have taken an important step